Our topic today is about my exes, about my past gay relationship.
And I was very heartbroken when he said that because, we had a lot of sex that weekend.
Wonder if all my bad decisions get accounted in the algorithms. No statistician could dissuade me from my bigger vision. I know my occupation's quite an unlikely place in this world to occupy and talk about upon a daily basis. Our information's predetermined by some biased business.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I had a really productive today. I don't know how I did it. I went to the office today. I got home. I did laundry. I cleaned my place. And I thought that was gonna be all for the day. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and rest. Then, for some reason, I just start feeling guilty because I haven't go to the gym today. So, I turned off my TV. I was just like, I'm just gonna go down to my building, do a quick running. About like 30 minutes, and my body was like, okay, you're done. I'm exhausted. Look at my face. Like, you can tell I'm tired. So now shower, just doing my skincare for the evening. And the current time right now is probably like 8 something. But our topic today is not about my day. It's about my exes, about my past gay relationship.
Oh my god, I look so tan here. I don't look this tan like in reality. Probably because my plate is just very bright and my skin just stand out, I guess. This past week, I don't know how, I don't know why, my phone have been popping up all the pictures about me and my exes. And I was like, okay, let me show you how I looked with my exes back in the day. And maybe I'm just gonna share with you a little story, how it happened, and what I learned from the past relationship. I only have 4 relationships total. No, actually 5. 5. Maybe 5, I don't know. I don't know about recent one, but we're gonna get into it. And I don't want to turn into this video like emotional or something. I just want to show you what I found. I wasn't planning to do this, but seeing my phone just keep popping these pictures up, and I'm just like, okay, let me just share with you. I don't know, I haven't sit like this and talked to you about my personal stuff for a while. And the past couple of weeks, I have been vlogging, with my friends and family and traveling. So I already talking out of the topic. So today we're gonna look in a picture and talk about my exes. I'm not going to show you guys their face. And before I want to start this, I want to say that my preference about guy changing throughout the year, and you're gonna see it. Oh my god, I'm getting hot. Let me turn on my fan on. So the first person I dated was Asian. He was Vietnamese. I was very new into dating. I didn't have much experience. I met him through one of our friends. I was 18 at the time, and I think he was 23 or 24. I don't remember. This is the only picture that I found on my phone. That was it. I don't know what happened to the rest. Maybe it's from my old iPod or iPhone or something. This one, it just have got left. He was my first. Took my virginity, of course. He was very sweet to me for the first few months, and he know that I was very new into dating. He showed me around and kinda guide me. I won't say after 5 or 6 months, things changed. And I think he started talking to somebody, I don't know. And when he acting a little bit weird, I started acting crazy because he was always texting me and give me a lot of attention. Suddenly, all the attention was kind of fade away, and I was like, what are you doing? Who are you with? And if he didn't text me like after 5-10 minutes, I call him. I was really crazy. I wouldn't say I was a psycho. That's him. He was my first. I don't know if I learned anything from this relationship. I mean, I was young. I wouldn't say I just need to chill out more. But you see, that's how I look. I have no facial. I was wearing a lot of bracelets, and at the time I got my eyebrows done. Oh my god, look at that. Oof. You see, I dressing up like that, right? I looked big in this video, but I was a twin. I was still new to America. I was still new into gay dating and still learning how to be gay. Does that make sense? But after we stopped talking, literally a month after, he already dating somebody. I guess he was already talking to somebody while he was get to know me and dating. I would say I was innocent. I put all my heart into this relationship, and when we stopped, I was very sad because he was my first love. Let's move on. So after this relationship, about 8 or 9 months after, I went on Tinder and I met this white guy. Let me tell you something. Again, I was still new to America, and my preference about guy was only Asian or white, and that was my preference at the time. I wouldn't say most Asian immigrants, when they move to America, either they date their own people or white only. And I'm sure you noticed this. You know, back in our country, we're watching TV most of the time, American people, and that's the only race we see. That's how get into our head. But you get what I mean. So the second person, of course, white men. Oh my god, look at this picture. I have my facial already, and it's just a little, it's not what I have right now, and I look tan right here too. I think it's the future. When I start seeing him, I was still a twink. I was still skinny bitch. Look at my eyebrows. Ooh, my god. But look at this guy, trying so hard with his facial. I don't even know where he is right now. The relationship me and this guy had probably lasts about a year, and I met him during summertime. Oh my god, I was very into him. He was also very into me. And you know, again, I was very into white guy and Asian guy. At the time, I felt so lucky because he was so into me. I wasn't good looking. I wasn't working out yet. I have a little facial here, but I do shave a lot back in the day. If it come out just a little bit like this in the picture, I will shave the next day. I think this picture, it just happened maybe a couple days or 2 or 3 days after. Anyways, the whole summertime that we met, we had such amazing cute time together. You know, we went to the beach together, we went to the movie theater like a couple. I was very happy with this relationship, and at the time I barely speaking English. My English was broken. I mean, it's still broken, but he was very, very patient with me. You know, he tried to help me correct my English a lot of time. When I say something that he didn't understand, he was like, can you say that one more time? And I tried to say it, and then he said, oh, this is not how you should say it. He corrected me right there. Again, I was very happy. I felt like he accepted who I was at the time. Very gentle with me, very patient with me. At the same time, I think he was only into Asian guys. So I don't know. So that was the best summer that I ever had, you know, with somebody. And then after 8 or 9 months, he told me that he had to move. I don't recall where he was moving to, but I think he was moving to either Hawaii or California. And you know, when he told me that he had to move, I already know that this relationship is gonna end here. And even when he moves, we didn't end our relationship. We were just like, okay, let's see how this gonna go. Let's don't give up on each other and stuff. Like, oh my god, we had a lot of sweet promises and stuff. So he moved, and then we were still talking for like a month or 2. We just never had a plan like, okay, I'm gonna visit you or you visit me, you know. And of course our conversation, it just like fade away, and then we're just okay, this is not going anywhere. We ended here. And I would say this relationship took me a while to move on, because you know, everything was going great. Suddenly he had to move, and I was here heartbroken, wondering why it is happening to me. What did I do wrong? But what I learned is, you know, I have to face with reality. I have to accept the things that I can't change. So I would just like move on with life. So during this time, I was just very sad, right? I was like, I need to do something. I need to find something to do just to make myself happy. I can't just sitting here and be miserable. And that was the time I just turned 21, I think. And I already realized a lot of things about life. When you turn 21, you learn a little bit of everything, and you become more maturity and stuff like that. So I started to go to the gym more, I train more, I eat more, and I start taking care of myself. At the same time, I start going out more. I'm sure I talked about this before. I started getting into the gay scene very early. So I stayed single after this relationship from 21 until 24. And during this time frame, I met so many people, make a lot of new friends. And because I start meeting new people and interact with the different type of people, my preference about guys changed. I start hanging out with Latino guys, and I start hanging out with black guys more. You know, of course, I went on a couple days with some Latino guy, black guys, Middle East. Again, I was very young, and I had my preference at the beginning. I realized that we are human, and we all the same, and everybody's beautiful in their own way, not just because of your certain race and you are better than any other race. I definitely grow up a lot during this time, and that's why my type and my preference about guys changed completely. At the time I start using Instagram, I post thirst trap, I post shirtless, you know, in Speedo at the beach. Of course, you know, we gay, we like to see guys with shirtless. When we see that, we're gonna go in and like and follow people. You know, my Instagram was popping at the time. I got a lot of guys hit me up left and right, and my thinking about guys have changed, so I be more selective. You know, there was this one hot guy like all my pictures. pictures, and he started following me, and every single time that I post something, he always comment, and that my third relationship about to be happen. So when this guy started following me and I went to check out his Instagram profile, I was like is he influencer or something? Like, he has a beautiful lifestyle at the beach, you know, wearing Speedo, and he was good looking. I didn't approach him first, but of course I followed him back. And one day he messaged me and was like, hey, how you doing? I hope you have a wonderful day. And you know, we start talking. If I knew that he brought me anxiety and trauma, I would never reply back. Let me see if we can show you a picture of him. So this is a picture of me and him. Oh my god, we were so cute. It's a picture of us in Speedo. Oh my god, look at our body right there, honey. I want my body back. What happened? So that's how he looked like. This relationship was kind of long distance. I don't know if it called long distance. I think it was, yeah, I guess it was the long distance because he lived in New York and I live in DC. So yeah, it was a long distance. But it wasn't not too far for us to travel, only like a few hours away from each other. So long story short about him, so after 3 months of talking, I came to New York to see him. That weekend went very great. You know, it's our first time meeting. We talk a lot, vibe really well, and our connections was there. There was no awkward moments when we talk and share about things. So that what happened on that weekend. We had a lot of cute pictures together. Well, this is actually the picture of the first time that I met him in person. Wow, look at my face. I didn't have like actually facial, so I shaved most of the time. And oh my god, I look like a baby. It was a cute weekend. You know, he took me to Central Park. I mean, I have been to New York before a couple of times, but this time he showed me around more, eating bagels, and we went to Central Park. We travel a lot together. So the picture I just showed you earlier, that we were at Miami Beach, I think. We went to somewhere too, but I don't remember. Maybe that's after. Let me tell you a little story what happened in Miami trip. So as you can see this picture we took at the beach party. The whole Miami trip, we wasn't planning to go any party at all. We were just planning, okay, let's go to Miami, have a very chill weekend and relax, just me and him. So on that day, it was like, okay, do you want to go check the beach party? You know, just be there for like a couple hours. And I'm like, we don't have a ticket. So for some reason, we didn't pay for the ticket. I think his friend was a producer or something, or he knows someone. So this is what happened. So we took this picture when we first just got in, and after that, you know, we went to get drinks. We were in line. The line was so long. I mean, I don't drink. He was getting a water and he had a drink for himself. And there was this white guy came up to him. He was like, I think you're very hot. Do you want to go dance with me? And I was literally right next to him. I was kind of ignoring and looking that way, but I know what was going on. He told the guy that, thank you, but I'm with somebody. And the white guy, he's still consistent. Oh, it's okay, but can I have your number? And I was like, dude, I'm right here. I did not say that to him, but I was ignoring the whole situation, and I want to see how he react. And he told the guy, it's okay, thank you, I'm with somebody. And the white guy just left, and he turned around and just told me what happened. And I told him, yeah, I heard, I know what's going on. You know, after this happened, I trusted him more because he know what he's doing, he know what he wants. But long story short, after a year and a couple months, we end our relationship. You know, one weekend I came to visit him. You know, the whole time, you know, it's just like normal. I got in, you know, we hang out, we go eat. We had a lot of sex that weekend. And you know, even on Saturday, he cooked for me and we had a bomb-ass sex that night. And guess what? Sunday we woke up and then everything acting weird, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Tell me. He told me that he think that I was too young for him. I know that I told you guys about this story. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. I actually talked about him already in my past video. I'm gonna show it here, like last year. Okay, off the topic, you have no idea how many times I redo that video. Like probably like 3 or 4 times, and you know, just sitting there and like talking the whole story about him. And to be honest with you, I haven't watched that video after I uploaded. I comments and I reply and stuff like that. That's it. I was so very new with YouTube. It's very awkward, and I don't think I can watch it again. But go back to our story. He told me that I was too young for him and saying that I still have have a long way to go and have a life ahead of me that I need to experience. You know, when he said that to me, I'm just like, okay, you don't want to be with me anymore. I get it. And I was very heartbroken when he said that because, you know, the whole time we had amazing time together. You know, we traveled, we did a lot of things together. And suddenly one day I woke up and he just told me that he can't be with me anymore because I was too young. And even though we talked about our age at the beginning, like he knows how old I was and I know how old he was, just because I was too young and that you ignoring the connection and chemistry that we've been having together. You know, at the time I owe enough to not force this relationship. So I told him that I understand his perspective and his view and respect his decision. I was heartbroken and I was very sad. I mean, I didn't cry though. I don't think I ever cried on any breakup. I learned that I can't force someone to be in a relationship with me if they don't want it anymore. I just have to accept it and move on. I can't just be miserable. I mean, yes, I have some moment I was like, okay, what did I do wrong? Like, did I didn't do enough? And you know, later on, I felt that he dating somebody after 2 months, we end our relationship. And this was not an assumption at all. He reached out to me and asked me how I was doing. And I replied back. We were kind of catching up. And then he just told me that I, you know, kind of see somebody and we getting along very well and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I get it. He definitely talked to this guy while we were dating. So I'm not gonna say he cheated on me or something, but time changed and people change and their feelings change. So there's nothing I can do much about it except that I have to move forward. You know, and after that relationship, I stayed single for a while too. And I met this Brazilian guy at my friend brunch, and that's where it started. It was a long distance too. I don't know why I was trying to do long distance in my past 2 relationships. I don't know what was the reason. I think a part of it, I just thinking that why I let the distance ruin the connection and the chemistry I have with a person. So I think I was trying to make it happen, I guess. So me and this Brazilian guy, I met him right before COVID. Can you believe? You know, long story short, he live in Boston, I live in DC. We date for maybe a year and a couple months too. We didn't see each other much because we was in quarantine with COVID, so we couldn't travel much. But we did try as many as we can. And then he came here a couple times. I came there most of the time, but I guess it wasn't enough. So at the end, he asked me to move to Boston. To me, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to give up my life and my family, my shit here to move for a guy. I never had that thought. And I asked him to move here, but he did not want to leave Boston because most of his friends are there. So we didn't agree on it. And we just like, okay, this is not working. But this relationship definitely taught me how to be more patient and better at communicating. We did a couple trips together. We went to New York. We went to Puerto Rico. I don't know where's our Puerto Rico picture at. Oh my god, let me see if I can find it. I did post about him before. Yeah, so this is a picture. He was behind there. And I wouldn't say he was the simplest guy that I ever met. He was just very chill and very simple. Like he didn't have a lot of preferences like all the guys that I was with. I think that's one of the reasons that I really loved about him. Very simple, very chill, and very easygoing. Like, and if I asked him to travel tomorrow, pick up the stuff and pack and stay at the Airbnb or, cheap hotel, he wouldn't say yes. And I love that energy. And he was also a person that not really focused on the gym body. Like he's still going to the gym, but he doesn't like, okay, muscle, chest, abs and stuff like that, but he taking care of his health. He very balanced in everything out. He was a very hard worker and family person. So I did love a lot of things about him. It's just that I guess we both wasn't ready to move for another person, so we end a relationship. We are still friends till today. We talk here and there. He has a boyfriend now. I think he's married or fiance now or something. I don't know, but I mean, I'm very happy for him. We moved on, with our relationship, and we stay friends. But I don't talk to him like that anymore. Just saw his story. I like his story, and I text him here and there sometimes just to checking up on him, how he's doing, and of course he knows what's going on with me too. And we stay friends. So moving forward, and the last person was the gym crush. I don't know if I had a relationship with him, but we were just getting to know each other. I met him last year. I don't know if you watch until now, but if you guys new here, and the gym crush was very unexpected. So our relationship was short. I mean, I wouldn't say that we had a relationship because we wasn't talking about it. We would just get to know each other, but he was very kind. He was very sweet to me. Oh my god, he probably was the first person that he bought food for me. He helped me to move and bought grocery for me. Like, he was a caring man, and I couldn't ask for more. He can be a really great person and have a good personality, but when it comes to relationship, from time to time, I just realized that we not really compatible, and I feel like our life value is just not aligned with each other. We were just a very early state of dating and like getting to know each other, and I don't see that we going anywhere further. And because he's not out and very DL, a lot of time it kind of limit us to do a lot of things together. And again, he just not out and very DL, and I respect that. I don't try to out or try to force somebody to come out. Everybody's different, and that's their own path in their life, so that's their decision whenever they want to do that. It's not my place to tell them or out them. It's not the right thing to do. Well, that was it. That was all the guys that I dated, and I mean, a couple of them wasn't actually my boyfriend. They was a part of my life, and they definitely did something for me and affects my feeling as well, even though it wasn't like relationship, but I want to mention that here because it changed me, and I genuinely had feelings for these people. Each relationship taught me something that I wasn't ready to learn, and looking back, each relationship was like a chapter for me. I had grown out from each relationship, be more mature, with my feeling, help me realize what I want in the next person. And it's not just about preferences, but it's about how the next person treating you and how that person going to make you feel. And I'm at this point right now, I just want peace. I don't want any confusion if I see somebody. We all should be shrinking to fit into someone else. The idea of love, both should have a mutual feelings, no less or more. Two people have to work to make the relationship work, and no matter where you at, that is also I apply to the long distance relationship. And if any of you guys out there still healing, be gentle to yourself. Do something that makes you feel happy and find a hobby that you enjoy, or do a solo trip. Do travel a lot more, because I feel like when you out there and you see the things that you don't see every day, you're gonna feel so much happier because you're exploring things, you learn new things. That's definitely help a lot. And you're not alone. We all here still figuring out about life, about relationship, personal goals, and a lot of things. So it's just life. And the last thing I would say that very important, you have to be happy within yourself. That's the only way you will make everything else so much better. I hope that makes sense. I think so. Well, that was it for today, guys. I think I talked a lot today. I hope that I shared enough what I learned from these past relationship, and hope inspire you and you get something from me. If you're still watching until now, thank you for listening to me. And please comment down below if you have any questions for me and any suggestion that you want me to talk about, or any topics. I would love to look into it, and talk about it. It doesn't have to be about my personal life. I need to stop talking, but that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.